What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. One thing for certain, this should be an exciting event here for the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series as they prepare for a week break next week. Tonight, it's 200 miles, 134 laps in the RTP eNASCAR Round Road to Pro qualifier to get those drivers ready for next week. It is the next round, round 17 of the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series on your home for sim racing, SAR TV. Good evening from virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Greg Ranson. Greg, should be a good truck race here tonight at Vegas.
I'm excited, Wesley. We saw a huge gamble pay off on the Monday Night Cup Series. Kaden Anderson with some risky pit strategy throughout the course of the day, taking the win, his first in Northwest Racing Series competition. He is here again today in the Truck Series to try to sweep the week in Las Vegas. If he can do it, it would be a double down jackpot for that number 37, but some heavy competition here in the desert today.
$134 laps, 200 miles around this track. It should be a good show here for the trucks at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, getting everybody ready into position for the conclusion of the drivers' meeting. And after the drivers' meeting concludes, they'll have about 13 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more, to put their best lap down here on the mile-and-a-half of the Las Vegas Speedway with qualifying. Again, that will set the field for the race. For everybody joining us on LSR TV, on Facebook, on YouTube, subscribe at LSR TV if you've not already done so. And Greg, race, especially as we get ready now for a full week off next week. No action whatsoever for the Northwestern iRacing Trucks Series. So again, we should have a pretty interesting event for this race. But again, we will definitely see who will be on top when tonight definitely ends here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, 134 laps tonight's distance, Wesley. 150 miles here at or actually 200 miles, excuse me, at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So it will be a wild one here today in the desert, and it is hot out here today. Wesley, track temperature 113 degrees as these guys get ready to qualify. So no doubt these Goodyear tires are going to be screaming as the run gets later and later into the day as we get set to go. 134 laps at this.
And the drivers' meeting has concluded, it looks like, so we should be getting ready to go to qualifying here. And the best drivers that put their best lap down will set the lineup for this event here. And one thing we talked about this when I was working pit road for the Cup race, when you and Justin, Greg, were in the booth on Monday night. The same thing here for the truck race. It's a very unique entrance and exit off of pit lane here. Similar kind of what we saw at Iowa Speedway for the RaceX Next Gen Challenge Series just about an hour ago. You've got to be very precise and careful entering and exiting off the pit lane. As James Vining is ready to qualify in the 333.
James Vining coming back out, back in the cat truck here tonight as he ran the Little Red Wagon last weekend at Kansas Speedway, the sister track to this facility, with the run for him in that 333. Back in his normal truck tonight. Last week's winner at Kansas, Stephen O'Hare, out on the track as well. 2 wins on the season, both at mile-and-a-half ovals. Wesley, we're at another mile-and-a-half oval today. Stephen O'Hare looking for back-to-back Truck Series wins, 3 on the season if he can pull that off tonight.
James Vining is on the racetrack right now, the driver of that 333 entry. He currently sits 12th in the standings out of 14 starts. 2 top 5s and 2 top 7s for the driver of the truck number 333. As here he comes across the start-finish line. And we'll see what time he puts on the board here for qualifying. He'll get things kicked off. Setting the bar. Vining 31.537, 31.470. We did not show Dan Lowther, but now here comes Sean O'Hare going to the top of the board of the number 41. And a 31-second lap. O'Hare, Lowther, Vining, White, and Maines currently your top 5 on the board.
And Stephen O'Hare in at number 41. He won at Kansas last week, like we talked about. Here we are. This track's identical to Kansas Speedway, so Stephen O'Hare has something for him here today. A little bit slower on the second lap, but he sets the bar at 31.080. Kaden Anderson, winner on Monday, goes second at a 31.355. Working with BJ Tidrick tonight in the 72, winner at Darlington in the Cup Series a few weeks ago. Tidrick and Anderson, and those guys, they had quite the experience, Wesley, just yesterday in their real-life late models. I was down there with them. Kaden Anderson and BJ Tidrick were 2 of 6 drivers that got to turn the first laps at Tri-City Raceway in Richland, Washington since 2004. There's been numerous attempts to get that track revived. Finally, for the first time in 16 years, we got to turn laps on it. Yesterday, I was down there with them. Kaden Anderson, BJ Tidrick were down there in their real-life cars, and here they are, each with a win in the Cup Series this season, trying to get their first truck win of the season. Anderson second, Tidrick fifth.
Hey, that's awesome. You had a nice welcome back at the Washington racetrack, and I was back in the NASCAR booth at Bristol Motor Speedway yesterday for the NASCAR All-Star Race. Got to work with Joe Costello and Dave McGee and all the great folks there on the Colossus TV team. And when it was all said and done, a crazy race. Some people didn't, but again, a big job for $1 million. Chase Elliott picking up the win there at Bristol. A lot of things different with the light bars on the back of the cars with the glow lights and the stage rules and the choose rule, which I'm a big fan of the choose rule. I've been for years, for a decade or more as the voice of the Fast Track Racing Series. But anyhow, good to hear that that Tidrick and you know, Anderson were able to have some type of a rechristening there with that awesome facility. Qualifying rolls on, and there is Junior in truck number 55. Currently, he'll sit 5th or 6th outside the top 5, 31.454 seconds, as it is still Sean O'Hare, the fast man on the racetrack, with a 31.050 second lap. He will set the bar in qualifying right now. King, how about Tyler King? He sits in 2nd. And ironically, they're teammates. Greg Rent.
Yes, the teammates with the Peels Mandarin Oranges sponsorship, number 1 and number 2 on the charts right now. West Jr. jumps to 5th at a 31.360. Jeff Stab now 5 wins in the last 8 starts in this series. For him, he goes 3rd at a 31.164. For the number 24 Walls Beard Co. LSR TV Ford F-150. Another member of Team LSR TV just set the bar, or his first lap, 31.323. Sean Bridesman, he sits in 5th, 31.319. Just barely edging him out is Kevin Smith, the 00. Bridesman coming through turns 3 and 4 now to complete his 2nd qualifying lap. Bridesman a few wins in this series as well to go with 4 on the Cup side. Very strong year for Bridesman again this season, a little bit slower on the 2nd lap, so 31.323. Wesley, a lot of drivers setting the quick time on their first lap today, and with the track temperature as high as it is, does that surprise you at all?
Of course, this will be a daytime race. It will not be under the lights at night. This is definitely going to be a unique event here for the trucks. As currently you see, it is a track temperature of 113 degrees. Track temperature, ambient temperature outside is 60 degrees with a little wind virtually at 7 miles an hour. So definitely going to be interesting to see handle this here as we watch now Dan West Jr. come back around the racetrack. Now he's already taken time. He's just getting some extra qualifying practice laps, if you will, here, as there's about under 9 minutes remaining in qualifying. As there goes Dan West Jr. again. Devin West right there in positions number 7 and 8. Sean O'Hare, the man at the top of the board, along with teammate Tyler King. Jeff Stab now for Team LSTV in the Waltz Beard Co. Entry number 24 is 3rd. Kevin Smith, who has struggled in the Jegs entry, puts his 00 qualified at 4th. Sean Bridesman is currently 5th. And again, Dan West Jr., Greg, making some extra practice laps because his time has already been locked in at 7th overall.
Yeah, no, a lot of drivers tend to do that. I'm honestly surprised that the only one that's doing it right now is Dan West Jr., and he's known for that. He does it a lot. just goes out and does a few extra practice laps, gets a little more seat time, seeing what the truck's gonna do on the long run, perhaps here at Las Vegas, as we click laps away on those tires. So not bad, or not a bad move by Dan West Jr. Just go out, not going to do any harm, just go out and get some extra seat time. And honestly, that helps him with strong finishes in this series throughout the course of the season. I think he's up to around 3 wins in the truck series and a few on the cup side as well. So very strong season for Dan West Jr. And surprised not more guys are taking the added time to turn extra laps.
Jeff Stabnow, currently the points leader of the series, with making his 17th start tonight. 16 starts. He currently has 5 wins, tied with Dan West Jr. 9 top 5s, 13 top 10s. He is the points leader in the number 24 entry. Dan West Jr., as we're watching, making extra practice laps right behind him, tied at 5 wins, 1 pole compared to 10 poles for Stabnow, 10 top 5s and 13 top 10s for the driver, the truck number 55. John Ottenbacher is third in the standings, followed by Ryan Maines, Stephen Paulson, Walters O'Hare. Qualifier fast so far. Harris West, Devin West, his son, is 9th, and Thomas Green right now round out the top 10 in the point standings as we get ready for round number 17 of the series here tonight at the... With that, looks like qualifying is about to come to an end. What do you take out of qualifying and practice so far, Greg, that we're gonna see in this race here tonight for 200 miles?
I gotta say, I'm not surprised Stephen O'Hare set the pole as he won it this last week. I am, though, very pleasantly surprised to see his teammate Tyler King right up there in second, going to be that team on the front row tonight. So Stephen O'Hare looking for his 3rd win of the season and back-to-back in the truck series. Tyler King, he has had some outstanding runs in the series, Wesley, but has not broken through for that win yet this season. He could have it tonight. His teammate, 2 wins on the year, and they're working together here tonight, and they got some fast trucks, obviously, sitting on top of the charts. So watch out for those two to really have some good runs here tonight.
So again, Stephen O'Hare and Tyler King will be on the front row. The field to get assembled here in less than 7 minutes, as it looks like practice or qualifying is about to conclude here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Stephen O'Hare 31.050 seconds, 31.151 back for Tyler King, who is second quick, followed by Stabnow and Smith. Bridesman, your top 5 in qualifying as things wrapped up. And again, once the clock runs down, we will get ready for our feature.
Yeah, qualifying coming to an end. Not expecting anyone else to come out here and give it a lap at this point. If they haven't come out, they probably won't come out for the rest of the night. So here looks like our field is pretty much set, Wesley. Looks like Stephen O'Hare is going to hit the pole. 15 trucks taking time to go along with a little bit over 20. I believe we have 22 trucks in the session here today. So going to be a fun one to watch these guys go out here tonight. And boy, I'm looking over the stats. Wesley, did you realize that this is the first time in 6 races a guy named Jeff Stabnow is not getting the pole?
Well, what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't think per se that Stabnow is very happy not being able to grab the pole, but he is in a very good starting position. But I find it very unique that the O'Hare King family, their race team, is on the front row here, especially after their race also in a good top 10 finish at Vegas on Monday night.
Yeah, both trucks getting a top 5 finish there, Wesley, at Las Vegas right here for the Cup Series. So good weekend for that team so far. We'll see if they're able to capitalize and pull off the win here tonight. Stephen O'Hare with his 2nd pole of the season as the field rolls onto the track for the grid. Wesley, let's take him through the starting lineup.
Your starting lineup for the Northwest Racing Series presented by Walt's Beard tonight at Vegas. 200 miles, 134 laps. Stephen O'Hare, fast qualifier. Again, 31.080 seconds. He'll lead him to green. To the outside, the 44, teammate of Tyler King. Row number 2 will find LSR TV driver 24 in the Walt's Beard Co. entry, Ford, and points leader of the series, Jeff Stabnow. And starting 4th, a great performance in the Jags. 00, Kevin Smith. He'll start 4th.
Rounding out the top 5 will be Sean Bridesman in the number 46 with Kaden Anderson, Monday's winner here at Las Vegas, rolling off in the 6th position. Then you got West Family Racing taking up row number 4 with Dan West Jr. to the inside in the 55. Devin West, Homestead Miami winner, in the number 7. By the way, when Devin West won that race at Homestead, Stephen O'Hare started on the pole. He starts on the pole again today. Devin West looking to repeat that one. Rounding out the top 10, Dan Lowther in the number 63. A little bit of a new look for him tonight. We got Monster Energy on the hood of his, I believe, looks like a manufacturer switch as well, in the number 63. Steve Paulson rounding out the top 10.
James Vining and James Thurston make up row number 6 here. Along with the next row, BJ Tidrick, and alongside of him is Chris White, Ryan Maines along there, as there is the rest of the lineup with Corey Walters. 22 trucks ready to go here as the rest of the lineup you see posted here this evening at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Before we get ready to turn them loose, let's grab a word with the driver that is Stephen O'Hare. Stephen, you're on the pole. Fast qualifier. What's your thoughts here this evening with your teammate alongside?
Really excited. Beaver State Racing. We got good qualifying laps in. I think we got a good setup. So, long race. We just need to survive to the end.
Had a good run on Monday as well, so we'll let you definitely get strapped in and ready to go. Teammate alongside with Tyler King as the driver, Stephen O'Hare. With that being said, the pace car will get ready to drop onto pit road. We're set for 200 miles, 134 laps. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's a cliche, because we're about to bring to you round 17 of the Northwest iRacing Truck Series live on LSR TV. It's time in Vegas to feel the thunder. Lap 1. Everyone plays good on the opening go. Picture on the upper left of your screen will have the trucks as they go underway with O'Hare leading the jump. Sitting second, Stabnow. Bridesman third. King has fell all the way back into 5th on the opening 2 laps here, Greg.
Yeah, Tyler King not getting out of the gate very strong. Stephen O'Hare leading the early stages of this one, but he's got now 3 very fast LSR TV entries behind him. A Ford, a Toyota, and a Chevy, all with the LSR TV logo right on the board. Jeff Stabnow, Sean Bridesman, Dan West Jr. They are up to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, trying to track down last week's winner, Stephen O'Hare, in the number 41. Wesley, you know what I noticed while we were doing the starting lineup? Where's the 5th amigo in Team LSR TV? John Ottenbacher not here tonight.
Ottenbacher again in the point standings, and he has not made the call here this evening in truck number 89. So Ottenbacher will definitely take a hit tonight in the points for sure, as there's the man that's leading the way. 5 wins on the season, the points leader of Stabnow with the Walt's Beard Co. number 24 entry from Montana. To the outside lane as they dive into turn number 3, trying to close in on Stephen O'Hare for that top spot again in the early going in Vegas off turn 4.
Side-by-side battle continues for third. West Jr. inside, Bridesman outside. Tyler King settling down in the 5th position, trying to pull away from Devin West a little bit. Another driver who kind of fell back a little bit at the start was Kevin Smith in the 00, the Jags entry. He has fallen to 7th, kind of right in behind the 5 of Devin West right now. And remember, Wesley, going back to Monday, Kevin Smith in the 00 was not happy with how his race went. All in all, just a terrible outing for him. He wants to bounce back, and he's looking strong here today in the early stages of the 00 top 5 qualifying effort. Up front, speaking of top 5, it's a side-by-side battle for the 4th spot, as Tyler King has now got the number 44 truck settled down as he gets to the inside of Sean Bridesman. I believe Kevin Smith may have just tapped the wall barely going into turn 1 there.
Back straight away as they make their way on lap number 5, completed of 134, 200 miles here this afternoon, virtually from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Stephen O'Hare, the man, leads the way in that Hills entry off of turn number 4. There you see also Tyler King, his teammate, mired all the way back to 4th and 5th with Devin West, also with Bridesman and Smith. That battle heating up off the corner with Dan West Jr. and Stabnow now battling for P2 off of turn 2.
Stabnow to the outside, trying to hold off Dan West Jr. who's making the charge through. And West Jr. normally able to start near the front, qualified 7th today, but you know that 55 is going to have some speed here at this track today as he really tries to get a good run on Stabnow. Another guy who's kind of struggling out of the gate here, Kaden Anderson, the 37 Monday night's winner in the Cup Series, trying to get going in the 37, but falling back to 9th right now. Seems to have things settled down. Dan Lowther up in front of him in the 8th position. Yes, that is confirmed. A manufacturer switch on the number 63, switching over to Ford for this one, the Ford F-150 for Dan Lowther with Monster Energy on the hood today. So a lot of drivers making that Ford F-150 switch work. We'll see if Lowther can add his name to it here, running 8th so far.
Beautiful looking truck there for Dan Lowther, that lime green looking color, Monster Energy number 63 entry, now in a Ford for the driver of Dan Lowther. Let's take a look at your manufacturer standings in the field tonight. Ironically, only 4 Toyotas in the field, 9 Chevrolets, and the rest are Fords. So that is the lineup of the drivers out there on the racetrack. As again, looking at drivers advancing their positions, Sean Bridesman getting a good jump, and Tyler King now starting to come back through the field, trying to make a run on Stabnow, but Stabnow will battle back on the outside lane as they go back straight away, side by side for 3rd in the turn number 3.
Tyler King really having a nice recovery here after falling off early. He's now back into the 3rd position as he gets around Stabnow. 4 trucks he can throw a blanket over him here, and I'm not sure you want a blanket here in the hot desert of Las Vegas, but King gonna have 3rd of the line, but Stabnow coming back on the inside now, trying to get at Tyler King, Racetrack King, in the number 44. 46, Bridesman to the inside of Devin West. Behind them, Kevin Smith rolling over to allow Dan Lowther to get around on the inside. So Kevin Smith taking the precautious one here in the early stages here, saying, you know what, you're faster than me, I'll let you go. But Lowther with a little bit of a slide, so he's going to make a move back, is Kevin Smith.
One of the things we have to think about also would be the long green flag run. We saw that happen in the Cup Series race on Monday night with the proverbial winner again taking the flag. Would we see, with Kaden Anderson winning on Monday, could we see a long green flag stretch happen? If you remember, within the first 10 laps on Monday night's Cup race, we had 2 caution flags. So far, we're on lap 12 and no yellow flag yet.
Good run so far as these drivers making their way around. Meanwhile, Bao beginning to heat up for the lead. They have checked out from that 3rd place battle. 1.6 seconds the margin now as Stephen O'Hare and Dan West Jr. going into turn number 1, trying to go for it. West to the inside, falls back in behind Stephen O'Hare. West Jr. taking a peek again, but O'Hare going on defense. Good battle, beginning to heat up for the race lead.
Off of turn number 4, here they come back down to the front straightaway as the man out in front is Stephen O'Hare. Sitting in 2nd spot, Dan West Jr. Battle there for the points leader and a couple of LSR TV teammates of Bridesman and Stabnow. Teammate to Stephen O'Hare, Tyler King, sitting back now in 6th. He started this race on the outside of the front row. He sits now in 2nd as they make their way down the straightaway.
3 wide behind him, deep in the field. I saw Tyler King, Dan Lowther, Dan West Jr. able to get the lead, but there was some hairiness going on back there. Jeff Stabnow, the 24, is the big loser in that one. He's going to fall to 7th place in that 24 car. They were 3 wide off turn number 2. Lowther, King, and Stabnow. 3 wide off turn 2, and Stabnow was running up as high as 2nd here early, falling back to 7th now, Wesley.
New leader, Dan West Jr. to the spot in P1 in 3, the 55, making the 2nd lead change of the race so far. As Stephen O'Hare led the opening 14, West will lead lap 15 complete here at Vegas. And he pulls away now almost 200th of a second behind O'Hare as he goes into turn 1.
Meanwhile, Devin West is trying to chip away at that. He's up to 3rd in the number 5. He's gotten around Bridesman, and he's trying to chip away at the gap between the 3rd and 4th and the 1st and 2nd trucks. Kind of 2-car tandems here right now. I won't say tandem drafting like the 2-car tangos from back in the early 2000s at the plate tracks before the Gen 6 car came in, but a couple of 2-car breakaways at the front of the pack right now. But Bridesman, he wants to sniff at the 3rd spot as he takes a peek to the inside here in the number 46 LSR TV Toyota to the inside of Devin West. Battle for 3rd going on.
That battle continuing into turn 3. Bridesman on the inside. They're going to battle side by side off of turn number 4. Back across the dog leg here. Texas, obviously Atlanta and Charlotte have that double dog leg. This is a sister track to them, except it has just the tri-oval around this intermediate track that's 1.5 miles, similar to also the Kentucky Speedway. That is also another SMI facility. Here they come again off of turn 4, back to the bottom of the racetrack. Off of turn 4 through the tri-oval as we mentioned. And Bridesman will drive down below the apron. West will follow the same. And that battle continuing now for 4th and 3rd, back to turn 1. And there's Kaden Anderson starting to make a run up through the field along with Stabnow. They're positioned 7 and 8 off of turn 2.
Anderson trying to work his way back up. He started 6th, fell back to 9th, making progress once again. Tyler King kind of having an up and down day as he started up front, fell back to 7th, got back up to 4th. Now he's back to 6th, in trouble again for 7th. So Wesley, early stages of this one, a lot of comers and goers in this one. And gotta say, this is a lot different than what we saw on Monday as we are working lap number 20 of 134. This has been pretty fun to watch these guys come through the field and then fall back and then come back and then go back again. It's been a lot of fun watching these guys jockey for position in the early stages.
Remember Vegas on Monday night with the Cup Series. We said that it reminded us a lot with the tandem drafting and the breakaways and the big packs. It reminded you of a super speedway event like Daytona or Talladega. That's just not the case here tonight for the trucks. As again, Anderson trying to now sweep the weekend if he can, pull the broomstick out, won on Monday, and try to win here tonight at Las Vegas in the Harvest Channel number 37. Down the back straightaway, now closing in on 44. Tyler King in his Pills entry up the racetrack. Couple of Chevrolets battle for that position. Off of turn number 4, back across the stripe. And Anderson will now go to P6, back to turn 1.
Back started Wesley, P6. Biggest mover of the day so far has been Dan West Jr. in the 7, but I'm keeping my eye on the truck that's riding in 5th right now. Dan Lowther, the 63, looking very strong. Woo! Behind him, Tyler King getting right up on the back bumper of Kaden Anderson, taking the air off the spoiler there on the 37, and Kaden Anderson got all kinds of squirrely going down the backstretch there.
Got him loose there. Let's see if we could possibly take a look at a LSR TV replay of the awesome save by Anderson to keep that truck from spinning after that contact and that run from Tyler King. Some of the action on the racetrack. Here's your replay right here as we show it to you. On track, look at Tyler King. Got a little wiggle there just for a moment again, and I'm wondering if that cut the air off virtually on the truck of King to Anderson, and then Anderson able to get right up there, and there's King right up under him there, Greg.
Yeah, just getting up under him and took the air off that 37 truck. Kaden did a great job saving that and keeping it under control and not losing a whole lot of ground to Dan Lowther in front of him either. So Kaden did a great job there to keep that 37 truck intact, Wesley.
Little sideways there. There is Tidrick. BJ Tidrick, the Darlington winner, in the lucky strike number 72. To his inside, to the outside is Stabnow, and the points leader of the series in truck number 24. He now switched to fourth, so there's the battle of oval and bow tie, if you will. The bow tie entry will now go back and take that position away. Stabnow falling back to ninth. Stabnow struggling, it seems, today so far at Vegas, Greg.
Yeah, Stabnow not having a typical Jeff Stabnow run, Wesley. Back to ninth now in the 24. Is he playing possum, or is there actually something going on with the 24 truck of Stabnow? This is BJ Tidrick he's trying to track down. New look for BJ Tidrick, who doesn't run the truck series a whole lot. I believe this may only be his third or possibly even second start in this series. Doesn't get a whole lot going. So BJ Tidrick, Darlington winner in the Cup Series a while ago, was for a bit the hottest driver in the Cup Series, having a good run in the number 72 truck, up 5 positions. But going back to Stabnow, Wesley, is he playing possum like normal, or is there actually something going on with the 24 this time?
Yeah, that's true. And we talked about BJ Tidrick there in front of him in that 72 machine. This is his second start in the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series. His only start until tonight was a top 10 finish back in March at the Texas Motor Speedway. Started the race 19th, finished the race in 9th in that 200-mile event. And he led the race 3 times for the driver in truck number 72. So again, Tidrick currently out there. We mentioned Jeff Stabnow. Jeff Stabnow, the man that has 10 poles, 5 wins, 9 top 5s, and 13 top 10s in the 16 races that have been ran until tonight for race 17 of the series. He currently has wins, including Indianapolis. Most recently, he got 6th place at Kansas last week. Has also got wins included at the Charlotte Roval. Then he turned around and won, or I'm sorry, not Charlotte Roval, the Charlotte Oval. Then he turned around and got a win at Michigan, back to back. Then he went 3 in a row at Darlington, Dover, and Indianapolis. 6th place last week at Kansas, and now he sits in the top 10 at 9th.
So Jeff Stabnow definitely having a solid run this season, and a string of, I believe it was 5 poles in a row in this series, going back all the way to Auto Club. The last time someone sat on the pole that was not Jeff Stabnow was Dan West Jr. at Richmond on May 28th. That's right. How many poles in a row Jeff Stabnow has got. That streak ended today with the 41 of Stephen O'Hare getting the pole, and he's hanging in there. In second is that number 41 truck, about a second back of Dan West Jr. in the 55. Solid run so far for O'Hare, last week's winner at Kansas. 2 wins on the season, trying to track down Dan West Jr., who was so strong in the middle portion of the season, but he has not visited victory lane in this series since Auto Club back on June 11th. So it's been a month since Dan West Jr. had victory in this series, Wesley. 1 truck out of the race, 2 trucks out of the race, excuse me. The number 78 of Dan Stussy and the 2 of James Thurston, both out of the race.
Yeah, tough break for Dan Stussy, currently 22nd in the standings. A bad night tonight for the 78, and also Thurston's truck also parking it early as well, as James Thurston way in the back in the points as well for the driver in his machine. Driver that is struggling also is the number 13 of Ryan Maines, and a tough break for him. He currently is 4th in the standings, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s for the driver of the number 13 entry, and struggling here at Vegas. Dan Lowther in the standings, no top 5s, only 6 top 10s for the driver of that number 63. He is consistent and looking to have a good run here tonight. A stellar performance, currently in the 6th position in that brand new market model truck, and got the Monster Energy colors, as we still see this battle between Tidrick and King continue off of turn number 4.
And Tyler King, the 44, and he's had such an up and down day here for the first 32 laps. Started 2nd, fell back to 8th, climbed back up to 3rd. Now he is in 8th again, with BJ Tidrick making his way through the field. BJ Tidrick, remember, he is on a little bit of a streak right now. We talked about it a moment ago. Didn't have the run he wanted this past Monday here. Got up close to the wall there. Nice save for Tidrick, but he is on a little bit of a streak in that 72 truck, and here he is looking strong again here in the early stages.
Carl Burke is on pit road in his 53 truck. Tough break there for Carl Burke. Going to go a lap down, maybe more, for the driver in the number 53, that veteran racer of iRacing, currently 11th in the standings, outside the top 10 in the points. He's 11th. In his 17th start, he has 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s. And I'll be honest with you, in the last couple of weeks, he has really been strong. And I believe that's where those couple of 4 top 10s have measured with the performance that Burke has had in 53. Sean Bridesman, there he is in his truck, number 46. He sits in 3rd on the racetrack right now. 13th overall in the standings, with 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and 1 win for the driver of Sean Bridesman in the 46 entry for Team LSR. And that came when the season started at, believe it or not, Las Vegas Motor Speedway in March.
Behind him, Kaden Anderson in the number 37. He has worked his way back up into the top 5. He's now riding in 4th position, Wesley, as he's trying to make his way up through the field. The winner on Monday in 4th position. Behind him, Dan Lowther, and 2nd place, Stephen O'Hare. Just saw him pulling off pit road there. I think we got notes from the producer, but I hadn't seen him yet. 41 pulling in. Tires are really starting to go out there, Wesley, so expect to see your leaders coming in here pretty soon.
Tyler King just pitted. Stephen O'Hare just pitted. Carl Burke, also Chris White in the 83, who you just saw. Pit exit for Harris and Maines. Here comes also the 9 of the 9 machine coming off of Corey Walters, his Hooters machine. Ironically, I do not see a Grande tonight.
No taco wings tonight.
No taco wings tonight,
producer.
Charles Wooten. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
13 trucks on the lead lap, and our producer Cody Wooden was just like, dang it.
You can't hear what he says.
Can't hear what he says, probably a good thing. But Dan West Jr. is leading the way in the number 55. 13 trucks on the lead lap as early pit stops underway here. Wesley, you can go about another 7 to 10 laps on fuel. How far do you think these leaders are going to go?
I'm thinking that probably they're going to come to pit road around lap 45 to 50. That's what I'm thinking. So this is what we're going to do. Before they start taking a sequence of green flag pit stops, let's step away for a quick 30-second timeout as we have been flag to flag since the drop here at Vegas. The West family 1 and 2, Anderson 3rd, Tidrick, and now Lowther, your top 5. From Las Vegas Motor Speedway, this is LSR TV, your home of sim racing.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 41 of 134 laps complete. Greg Rentz, Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten on production for LSR TV. We hope you're enjoying this one wherever you are across the country or the world. 41 laps, and there's Jeff Stabnow on to pit lane, the series leader.
Stabnow on pit road, and he needs tires, Wesley, because that 24 truck has not been happy. Devin West also on pit road in second, or from second position in the number 5. Leader Dan West Jr. continues to stay out. Kaden Anderson out there as well. Dan Lowther coming in from the 4th position. He will come down pit road now. That leaves BJ Tidrick up in the 3rd spot. Tyler King Racetracking behind him has already pitted, so he's trying to get his lap back. He is the first truck currently a lap down, is that 44 truck.
Only 10 trucks now on the lead lap. The machine of Tom Green is right now the free pass, as here comes Dan West Jr. He'll now get ready to drop onto the pit lane. This is what I was telling you about on Monday for the Cup Series on pit road, as well as here in the booth tonight. You got to watch your way entering and exiting around Vegas. It's a very sharp 180-degree pit road. And there's Dan West Jr. now giving up the lead to Monday Night Vegas Cup Series winner Kaden Anderson. And Dan West Jr. is now in front of Greg for pit road.
Dan West Jr. in his stall for Mr. Feelgoods going on the truck. He has been one of the strongest trucks in the field here today, Wesley. Started in 7th position, kind of missed the qualifying lap a little bit, but worked his way through the field and got to the lead. Back out on track with 4 fresh Feelgoods and a splash of fuel. Dan West Jr., early race leader, trying to get back out there. Kaden Anderson, the 37 truck winner at Las Vegas right here on Monday, now leading the way for the first time tonight in the trucks, but he has yet to pit.
So we're coming up on 90 laps to go, as now we see this battle continuing here off of turn number 4. This is Chris White and Tom Green, and these are drivers that are currently in 6th position. There's Tom Green. King right there behind him in 7th. Those are 7 trucks, if you will, on the lead lap. As we were watching that battle with Burke and White continue on the racetrack, but nonetheless, there is Kaden Anderson in the 37. There's Burke Anderson. There he is, moving around Devin West, putting him a lap down, putting the 07 of Dana Rogers. He will go a lap down, maybe more, if he can catch him. He's already a lap down. Anderson. 2 trucks behind the wall, Dan Stuzzi, James Thurston, and here comes the leader, Kaden Anderson on the pit road. This will cycle around and give BJ Tidrick the top spot.
BJ already had taken the lead going down through turn 4. He was right there with Anderson, so Kaden Anderson coming down pit road into number 37. Rolls into the 6th pit stall on pit road, goes to work. Right side tires going on the 37 truck. Winner on Monday. Getting the service here. Last couple trucks that have yet to pit coming down now as BJ Tidrick coming down. He will pit from the race lead. Stephen Paulson coming with him. This will complete the cycle here on pit road as we get going. Once again, final few trucks on pit road. BJ Tidrick, Stephen Paulson, the lead. Should cycle back to Stephen O'Hare while this is until this is said and done, as he was way out in front.
Yes, it will. It will. And don't forget also that, sorry, we had a little lag there for a second. And don't forget also that in the Tom Green 77 truck also came to the pit lane. He's on pit exit now. And this will again cycle around with Stephen O'Hare to go back to the lead. Tyler King, his teammate, right there in 2nd. Now, my take is this. Can you take anything from the Cup cars that the virtual Northwest iRacing Cup Series raced on Monday night to help you with your truck on this Thursday evening, Greg?
You might be able to take some stuff with the line of the racetrack, Wesley, and try to figure out a way to go. And I'm seeing what we saw on Monday with that. A lot of drivers kind of running the middle of the corner here, but the aero sensitivity of these trucks is so different than the Cup cars, and the handling so much different that there's not much setup-wise you can learn or take from the Cup Series, but you can take the driving line from the Cup Series.
A remarkable job for those drivers there as Stephen O'Hare. Continuing to be the man out in the #1 spot, Stephen O'Hare in that 41. Let's look at the stats on Stephen O'Hare in the 41 truck. He currently is 7th in the standings. He advanced 1 position over Frank Harris last Thursday night after Kansas. 2 wins for Stephen O'Hare, 1 pole, 6 top 5s and 8 top 10s for the driver. That currently is 126 points back for the Beaver State Racing number entry 41 of Stephen O'Hare. And he is, of course, looking for that 3rd win on the series. Again, as I said, 2 wins for him, and they both came at Kansas last week and at Texas back in March.
1.5 mile ovals, both of them. And remember, the track that we were just at last week, Kansas, a sister track to this one, an identical twin to this facility that we're at today. So no surprise that Stephen O'Hare is running good. Tyler King in the 44 having a good run also in 2nd, back up to 2nd place. But Dan West Jr. on much fresher tires closing in on him. Remember, Wesley, O'Hare and King pitted much earlier than the West family did. So these West trucks that are coming up right now on Tyler King on much fresher tires now, and we're seeing it right now as West Jr. going to slingshot by on the outside just like that.
You see the little girl on the upper right of your screen with the leader, the blue 41. Everyone else, and it looks like they're all racing in a proverbial circle around the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As right now you see the leader on the back straightaway right now halfway. That is, again, Stephen O'Hare. Everyone else weaseling their way around turns number 3 and 4. O'Hare in his own world right now. Devin West, the man in 2nd or 3rd. Dan West Jr. in 2nd is still almost 7.5 seconds to O'Hare. And the caution flag has still not waved here at virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Greg.
Still not coming out. We're 53 laps on the board this time by for Stephen O'Hare in the 41 as Steve Paulson gets back around him to get his lap back. That will move Frank Harris into the lucky dog spot for the time being as O'Hare is closing in on Corey Walters in the number 9. That would put Walters a lap down if he can get around him. Dan West Jr. was 7.2 seconds back last time by the line. We'll see what it is this time as West Jr. crosses the strike. He shaved a second off there, Wesley. He knocked it down to 6.2 seconds between them as now we have our 3rd retiree from the day. It's Carl Burke into number 53 taking it behind the wall.
What a tough break for the driver, Carl Burke, in the 53 machine. Such a talented driver. He will call it a night. A tough break there. I wanted to try to grab him in the booth real quickly, but unfortunately he has already made exit right, and his race is done. A tough break there for Carl Burke in that number 53. A lot of people might not know the story, but a lot of people, and even himself, says, hey, I love iRacing. I love the Northwestern Series for Cups and Trucks. He came back from some health problems, a heart attack and a triple bypass, and had some, sidelined him. And one of the things he loved was being able to quickly get back to health, where he could get back in the simulator and be able to race with these guys. And Carl Burke has had a roller coaster season, if you will, in 53. Greg Rance, we've seen him at the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, but we definitely do appreciate him being a part of the Northwest Cup Series and Truck program.
Definitely love having Carl Burke in the field. Found out, Wesley, he actually used to race at that track that we were at yesterday testing, Tri-City Raceway at Red Mountain Event Center. Carl Burke used to race back there back in the day during its heyday, and several drivers in this field tonight have either raced there or just turned laps this past weekend for the first time.
He's made all 17 starts here tonight, but has now his 12th DNF after tonight's race at Vegas. Currently has no wins, 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s for the driver of number 53, Carl Burke. As again, his best finish was at a 5th place finish, and that was at Darlington back in June, about less than a month ago. Stephen O'Hare leading the way He's trying to go on a winning streak, if you will. He won at Kansas last Thursday night, trying to see if he can double down. And he's got the West family to deal with. His teammate, Tyler King, in fourth. And the points man, Jeff Stabnow, the top 5.
Stabnow with a nice recovery, Wesley. First run of the day, he was in big trouble, falling back through the field, having a nice recovery here in 5th, but he's under pressure for that 5th spot as Kaden Anderson to his inside in the 37. He's going to get the spot here through turn 3 and 4, Wesley, so move Kaden Anderson back into the top 5 as Stabnow is going to fall to 6th. Next up for him would be Sean Bridesman in the 46, but he's got about a 2-second cushion over that number 46 right now, so time for him to go to work and try to figure out what may be going on with the 24 truck. But boy, Jeff Stabnow not having a typical run for him. He's recovered nicely, but this has not been your typical. Oh, problem!
Whoa, trouble! Look out, Anderson! Anderson spinning.
He saved it. Oh my goodness!
Wow!
The question is out. How? How did he save that?
Watch the replay. Anderson winner in the Cup race on Monday at Vegas right here. His truck could have got totaled right there. Dana Rogers, Ryan Maines in front of him. Look at him going 3 wide. Ran out of room. Right contact. Got into Dana Rogers, and then the spin. What a save by Anderson, as you said, Greg, to keep that truck from crashing.
I have no idea how that 37 is still rolling right now.
Let's go on board. They're going to go 3 wide here off of turn 2. Watch it here on the replay. What's your take, Greg, on what went wrong here?
Just trying to split the gap through lap traffic, and there was a fight for position in there also, I believe.
Got hooked in the left rear by Rogers.
Just
the right front got to the left rear, and around he went.
Unbelievable job by Kaden Anderson to make that save, but wow, that could have been disastrous for him.
Do you pit? They haven't pitted in about 20 laps. Do you think everybody comes to pit road?
I think you can pit here. I think you pit here. As,
I think they are.
O'Hare, West, all looking like they're going to pit here, and yep, looks like the entire train is coming. So I think this is an opportunity to get everybody back on the same pit cycle now, Wesley, to come in, get some fresh tires, top off fuel, and I think you can go the distance on one more stop if you can go from here. I think one more pit stop through the day if you pit now.
This was almost a 60-lap green flag run. 61 to be exact, and they're on the pit lane. You see how unique and curved 180-degree angle that pit road is, and that's one of the things I talked about on the Cup race working pit road with Justin and Greg on Monday night, and the same here in the booth tonight for LSR TV. You gotta watch the way you come onto the pit lane with pit road exit, like Paulson. I think Paulson missed his pit stall, and he actually just kept right on going in 58. Did you see that?
Just kept on going, so he's going to come around and try it again next time by.
As everybody is on the pit lane exit, looks like Tyler King will get off first, followed by Dan West, Devin West, Anderson. What a save for him, and a mulligan after he brought out the caution after going 3 wide into turn number 3. Quick break. More from Vegas as we approach halfway. This is the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series presented by Waltz Beard Co. on your home for sim racing, LSR TV.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
Back here on LSR TV, caution flag out for the first time after a nice save by the Cup Series winner here at Vegas on Monday night, Kaden Anderson. Kaden is joining us now on in-car communications. Kaden, how in the world did you save that from going and taking out more trucks in the process?
I ran a lot of these truck races, and I figured out, like, when you're spinning like that and you have so much momentum, just to stay in the throttle and keep that thing turned right, and it'll eventually straighten itself out.
You got a good strong run going for you here as we're still under the yellow flag. What did you take from Monday night's Cup win to help you in this truck tonight?
These are completely different cars and trucks. Like, they drive completely different, so I mean, a whole lot of the line and groove of where to run I took from the Cup Series race Monday night, but driving ability and how much you can push the truck and the cars are completely different, so just line and everything like that.
Well, the caution flag, again, getting ready for the restart. Lights are about to go off on the pace car. So, Kaden Anderson, final question. What do you have to change tonight to put that truck in victory lane and sweep here at Vegas?
Honestly, what killed me was that caution. We had a good field run going, and we're hopefully good to be able to make some field runs and go to the end. But I think the biggest thing is having long green flag runs here.
All right, that's Kaden Anderson, driver of truck number 37, as we get ready to go back for the restart here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Greg.
Yeah, getting set to go back green. Lights out on the pace car. Going to be lap 66 when we go green, Wesley. So just about halfway. I think we're going to be a lap from halfway when we get back to green flag racing here. Been a fun first half. A lot of comers and goers in this one. A lot of position swapping going on. Now we got everyone on the same pit cycle. So I'm expecting more of the same here for this opening stint of this run.
Ready to set us up for a restart. It is 2 laps to the halfway mark. The pole man, Stephen O'Hare, is leading the way. To the outside is Dan West Jr., second in the points. His son, Devin West, is currently third on racetrack, along with Kaden Anderson, who we just spoke with after having that spin, who brought out the caution, Greg. He still stays in P4. At Stabnow, the points leader rounds out the top 5. Green flag in the air, 1 lap to halfway. O'Hare on the jump by a car length. 2 truck lengths back for second in turn number 2, side by side in the corner.
And it's father and son side by side, Wesley. Devin West in the number 5, Dan West Jr., 55, going to war here for the second place, trying to track down Stephen O'Hare in the 41. Meanwhile, Kaden Anderson trying to fend off Jeff Stabnow in the 24. Tyler King there as well. Sean Bridesman, BJ Tidrick, all hanging in there as well. O'Hare continuing to lead the way, but he's got heavy pressure coming, and it's West Family Racing out both sides of the mirror.
Bottom of the apron, top of the apron, bottom, top, back into 1 and 2. Look at this move, O'Hare under attack by the West family. as here they come down the back straightaway, trying to weasel in and close in on the leader, O'Hare. O'Hare on defensive block to the outside lane. Devin West now gets around Papa as they come halfway home here at Vegas. Let's pause our voices and let you feel the thunder as we're halfway here for the trucks this evening. Come on, put the Feel the Thunder up. Put the we hope you enjoyed that vroom, 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 and that. Welcome back to Vegas. No, I am not Chewbacca. I guess I could do Chewbacca. No, Greg, I was trying to impersonate the flyby. That didn't work, did it, buddy?
No, if you're Chewbacca, then I don't know who I am. I can tell you I'm definitely not Han Solo, but I'll figure out who I am in the Star Wars movies later on. But Devin West sure knows who he is. He's the race leader. He got around Stephen O'Hare right as we went over to Field of Thunder, and finally Dan West Jr. able to get the lead in the 55. Stabnow there in the number 24 in the 4th position. Good recovery from Jeff Stabnow. Got word from our producer Cody Wooten during that Field of Thunder. He used the fast repair on that 24 truck. So Wesley, that may have been why he was struggling. He may have got some damage in the early stages of the race and something we missed. One more truck is brought behind the wall. Ryan Maines, the 13.
You have to have fun here at LSR TV. If not, then what the heck are we doing? Dan West Jr. now trying to close in on Devin West, his son. And right behind him is Stephen O'Hare, fast qualifier, winner last week at Kansas, and the man that has 5 wins along with Dan West Jr. below the apron of Jeff Stabnow in 24. And that 4-truck battle possibly about to become 5 with Sean Bridesman heats up out of turn 2.
Bridesman trying to close up. Stabnow putting pressure on O'Hare, the pole sitter and early race leader in the 3rd position, looking for back-to-back wins. Devin West, remember, last time Stephen O'Hare sat on the pole, Devin West won the race. Wesley, Stephen O'Hare sat on the pole. Devin West is leading the race here right now.
Back down the straightaway into 1. And now they'll fan back single file. Devin West. Let's check out the sets on Devin West, the young man who currently sits 9th in the standings. for the Northwest iRacing Truck Series here for round 17 tonight at Vegas. Statistically, after 16 rounds at Kansas last week, the young man is 12 starts, 12 races counted, 1 win, 7 top 5s and 7 top 10s. His one and only victory came at Homestead back in April.
Oh,
He's been on a slump for a while.
Stephen O'Hare gets together with Jeff Stabnow. No caution as it's off the racing surface.
Whoa. Smoke, though, coming from Stephen O'Hare's truck in 41.
He hit the wall hard, Wesley. It was a vicious hit for Stephen O'Hare. Oh, my goodness.
Stephen O'Hare with... Wow. Heavy smoke coming from the 41 of Stephen O'Hare. The pole truck could possibly... Let's see the replay. Stephen O'Hare and Stabnow. Greg, you gave me a heart attack. You called it. What happened?
Coming down the backstretch, they just got together, Wesley. Just going down the backstretch. It wasn't even off the corner. It was halfway down the backstretch. There you see it on the replay. Just got together.
Not once, but twice. Let's look at it from the blimp view. High above. Thanks to LSR TV. And we'll see from another angle. Watch these drivers as they go back into turn number 1. Okay, we might have went a little too far, but that's okay. Look as he got a run. I guess it's actually a good idea to show it because you can see, Greg, he got a run on the top. Then he came down to the bottom. He got to the left rear right about now. Looks like he just a center exit is what caused that. Center exit. And O'Hare was all the way to the top. Stabnow was on the bottom. He hooked the left rear of Stabnow did on O'Hare.
Such a shame.
Once and then got him twice on the side, and that caused him to...
Such a shame for Stephen O'Hare. Such a strong run going for him. Looked like he had a truck that was capable of the race win tonight if things could go his way. Now he's got the fast repair used, and he is a lap down and well out of position of the lucky dog right now. So work to do for Stephen O'Hare. He's about 3/4 of a lap out of the lucky dog position right now.
81 of 134 laps completed here down to the back straightaway. And Devin West, Dan West, Sean Bridesman, they're 1, 2, and 3. And here they come off of 4. Bridesman trying to go to the inside of Dan West Jr. A couple of LSR TV teammates. Back to 1.
Dan West Jr. was taking a peek on Devin while we were at commercial, was keeping an eye on that battle. But that side-by-side battle brought Sean Bridesman into the picture in the 46. Bridesman's been kind of quiet, hanging around 5th most of the day. He's taking his first stab at the lead right now as Dan West Jr. to the inside of his son. 3 LSR TV trucks. You can throw a blanket over them. And then the 4th one's in 4th, so LSR TV, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at Bridesman, going to try the middle. No, he backs out.
Better thing, better of it. We saw Anderson try that. It almost cost him. Let's see how he negotiates off the corner. Sean Bridesman clears now Dan West Jr. He'll hook to the outside lane and hook up with Devin West. And now he splits the father-son duo in the middle. Bridesman, though, once more. He's looking for the lead, Greg, on the leader, Devin, out of turn 4.
Devin trying to hold on. Bridesman was able to capitalize on the number 55 of West Jr. But now Bridesman going to work on the 40, or in the 46 on the back bumper of 5. Wow.
Look at the run he got on the inside. Almost cut the air off between the two. Now they'll slide back up and slither his way behind the back of the 5. The 55 will run him down draft-like. And I'm telling you, Greg, though it's not been like the Cup race on Monday, we are starting to see this tandem drafting-like tendencies with the trucks now here in the late going at Vegas.
Later the run goes, you're starting to see it here. Drivers maybe taking what they applied in the Cup race on Monday and trying it out, Wesley, to see if something is capable there. And hey, it might be working here as Bridesman to the inside now. Devin West for the race lead once again. Dan West Jr. trying to decide who he's going to go with here. And it looks like he's going to roll with his son for the time being. Tyler King has gotten around Stab now for the 4th position. And I wonder, Wesley, how much damage does the 24 have after the contact with King?
Back across the line into turn 1. Here at Vegas in this race that's only been plagued, ironically, by 1 caution flag. However, I got a feeling that they're going to have that yellow flag used a lot more before it's over with.
Trying to get up there is Bridesman, but Dan West Jr. gets back around him, so move to 55 back to 2nd. Tyler King closing in as well. Devin opened up a little bit there, Wesley. Got 0.2 of a second up on his father that time by.
Down the back straightaway, there is Dan West Jr. looking to try to be the all-time winner of the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series this season. He is tied at 5 wins with Jeff Stabnow. Stabnow sits in 5th. And it is father, son, 1 and 2. Bridesman 3rd. Tyler King and Jeff Stabnow. Kaden Anderson, who was the fast qualifier. Stefan O'Hare with his problems. He's now fell all the way back 1 lap down. But Kaden Anderson, who was the Vegas Cup winner on Monday night, is what I was trying to get to. Even bringing out the first and only caution of this race, is still outside the top 10 in 6th. A good run for him. Or outside the top 5 and 6th, I mean.
A good run for Kaden Anderson, and he's has speed in that 37 truck. He was telling me under that caution while we were at commercial that he needs a long run to really get competitive in that 37 truck, and you're seeing it as he's closing in on Stab now. But look at Tyler King, the teammate to Stephen O'Hare, outside pole sitter, that 44 truck. He's trying to get something here. Wesley going to the inside now. Bridesman for 3rd. He's trying to make his way back up. As West Jr. continues to peek on the inside there of his son Devin.
Here comes Tyler King. Look at him make a move on Bridesman now for 3rd.
Tyler King trying to get up there. 1 podium on the season for him. Has a lot of speed in that 44 truck. Can he get up there and do it? His teammate Stephen O'Hare went the fastest lap of the race shortly after using the fast repair. He's going to get it. Move King to 3rd this time.
Attrition rate slowly picking up as Ryan Maines has just dropped out of the event. Tyler King and Bridesman. Oh, look out in the grass. Chris White in 83. Hold on to it. What a save. He'll go to the back, but no caution. Wow. What a piece of driving, Greg, on the 83 of Chris White. That could have been bad.
Good save by Chris White, the Indianapolis Cup winner, with a good save here. But he's had a quiet night, Wesley. We haven't talked about him at all since the drop of the green flag. That 83 of Chris White sitting in 10th position. Nice save there, but unfortunately, just not a good, solid run for him, like, as far as competitive-wise. It's a quiet, successful run, but now he's sitting in the 12th position.
And now we see Tyler King one more time, peeking in now to the back of the 55 of Dan West Jr. And green flag pit stops underway. Kaden Anderson is on the pit lane. This could also possibly be the money stop. He's on the pit lane. Tendrick is on pit lane, and Dan Lowther also on pit lane, Greg.
So green flag pit stops beginning. Wesley, this could be the last stop of the race if this race goes green the rest of the way. Lowther, Tendrick, Anderson all on pit road, and they're all on the same channel tonight trying to get up there. So they're working together to try to make this happen. All 3 trucks on pit road, they all take off, all in the same pit strategy. If this thing goes green the rest of the way, they're good to make it, but it's a long way to go still.
Sean Bridesman going to his stall in 46. Green flag, pit stops underway. Kaden Anderson will now be at the free pass at 1 lap down in 37. As the other drivers are coming to pit road. Father-son duo, West and West, coming to the pit lane here for the money stop, possibly at Vegas. Are they ready to cast their chips into the home stretch, Greg Rentz? They're in front of you.
They're bringing it down pit road, and who's got the winning hand? Here we go. West Family Racing pulling into their pit stall as Devin slides in. Here's Dan sliding in. Oh, Devin missed the pit stall. He had to back up. Oh, that's awesome. That's going to cost Devin just a little bit. Another truck on pit road. This is Kevin Smith's 00, but that is going to cost Devin West in the 5 as his father's going to get away first. They get going, but look at the amount of time that Devin lost on pit road there. That's going to amplify on the track once they get going.
That mistake has hurt them, as here comes now Jeff Stabnow, the points leader in 24. Tyler King in number 44. Kevin Smith roars off the pit lane. Paulson is on the pit lane. So is Chris White. Ryan Fortier has now moved to second, along with Corey Walters 1 and 2. Stabnow, I think, overshot his pit stall. No, that's Chris White. I'm sorry. Chris White making a mistake on pit road as now Paulson pulls off. Wow, what a tough break there for Chris White, the Indianapolis winner.
Tough break for Chris White in the 83. Meanwhile, Jeff Stabnow, Tyler King getting back going. Tyler King has got the race lead as they get going. Corey Walters, the race leader now. Got some chicken wings in the front right now as he's going down the back stretch. I believe he's the only truck that has yet to pit on this cycle, Wesley. And no, actually, the timing and scoring is updating for me now. Bridesman in second, Kaden Anderson third, Dan West Jr. currently being scored in fourth, getting away from Devin West. The difference between Dan and Devin is 3 seconds now. And that's just replication of that little bit of time that Devin lost on pit road when he tried to make that pit, or slid through his pit stall. So Corey Walters still leading the way. Bridesman a long way back in second, Anderson third. The 3 remaining drivers that have yet to pit this time.
Walters, the man leading the way now in the number 9. Corey Walters currently 6th in the point standings, making his 16th start this evening. 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s, no wins. He sits 122 points back. And I'll be honest with you, I know we saw John Ottenbacher in our chat box on the LSR TV YouTube broadcast. Hello also to Connor Stemza, Aunt Kathy, always great getting comments from you. Bam Boney-tastic, Devin Smith, John Ottenbacher, unable to make the race tonight. He did give us a shout out. Thank you also to Mikey Neal and David Van Meter. But I did want to say that Ottenbacher was 75 points back to the leader. The battle for the championship is obviously for Stabnow and West as they came into this race. Same amount of wins, and they're only 6 points back to one another. What a run for a championship down to the 2.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch them go. We're at lap 100 right now.
Yes, sir.
Bridesman leading the way. Walters has pitted. He's coming out now. So Bridesman leading, Anderson second. The only 2 trucks left to not pit. Dan West Jr. in third, putting pressure on Anderson for the second spot. Actually,
34 laps to go.
I'm sorry, Anderson had already pitted. I forgot about that. He was one of the first trucks down.
Yes, sir. He was. He was the first man to pit. You're exactly right.
Yep.
And it has cycled back around for Anderson. Sean Bridesman and also Dan West Jr., they have all pitted. And I will say this, the mistake that Devin West made, it's not that big of a penalty. He's only 4th.
Nah, he has done a good job recovering. He is trying to get around Corey Walters right now. He's pulled away from BJ Titterick, so still a nice run for Devin West. I tell you, if he can catch a late caution, this one's not out of his reach at all. This one still might not be out of his reach at all. He's only 3.6 seconds back of the 46 of Bridesman, who's the race leader, Wesley. So,
well, to make up for the mistake that he made overshooting his pit stall to come out fourth is still pretty darn good.
Yeah, he's 3.7 back of race leader Sean Bridesman. So still doable for Devin West, but now he's got to put the work gloves on and start digging here as his dad tries to reel in Sean Bridesman for second.
Is that Jason Voorhees on the side of the 24 truck, or is that a skull? Okay, I've always wondered if that was, you know, Friday the 13th Jason, or if that was actually a skull on. Man, I swear it looks like Jason.
Can you imagine Jason Voorhees driving a car in this series?
Get my machete, we'll cut your tires.
Jeff Stabnow in the 24. Maybe we'll start calling him Jason. Jason Stabnow. How's that sound?
Jason Stabnow. Oh, the Possum is definitely struggling tonight. He's in 7th. Sean Bridesman back to the lead again in the 46. Sean Bridesman currently 13th in the standings. He's got 1 win on the season. 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s. Sean Bridesman in that LSR TV number 46 entry was the season opener winner. Can I also say this again? Vegas. He won the first round at Vegas. He is leading now here at Vegas. Wow.
Great job by Sean Bridesman. He knows this racetrack. And Sean Bridesman's known to gamble a little bit too, Wesley. Just saying, we're in the heart of gambling.
Cue up
Sean
some
Bridesman.
Kenny Rogers.
Yep.
Cue up the gambler. Cue up the gambler. Place your chips on the table. Spin that wheel. Don't be scared. It's coming down to the wire here. That was for you, Cody. Charles. Don't be scared. And here they come out of turn 4. Look at this. Stab down. Going to the outside of King. Can I say this as well, Greg? Tyler King has really impressed me, not only in the Cup race on Monday, but also tonight's truck race. He's in the top 5. A strong run.
Yeah, this team really seems to have Las Vegas figured out. Him, Stephen O'Hare, they've really done strong here this weekend, Wesley. And Tyler King battling with Jeff Stabnow right now for that 5th spot. King on the inside, Stabnow outside. Cody's laughing in our ear. I think the Stabnow comment's still ringing with him there, as Stabnow just barely inches out King for the spot that time. As they continue
you talking about Jason
battle, but going back to your... Yeah, Jason Stabnow. But going back to your point, Tyler King. So we got Jason Stabnow and we got Tyler
Jeff
King
Stabnow. Jeff.
Okay, we got Stabnow and the Tiger King right there. Oh boy, we're getting really out there with our media culture references here on LSR TV.
Jason Tigers and Kings. Oh my.
All right, so who's the bear? Where's the bear?
Oh, the bear is Paulson. No, he's the drunk. Here he comes. I just said, Paulison's driving the GMB truck. That's all I said.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's coming unglued, guys. I heard producer that.
Yeah,
stop this now. Get professional.
Hashtag demonetized. Sean
We're
Bryson
talking about horror movies.
Lead the way.
Oh, look at Stab down below the apron.
Makes a move. What? Our producer just says he wants to watch Halloween now. Wrong movie. Coming off the rails again. Meanwhile, up front, it's about a half second between Bridesman and West Jr. Kaden Anderson, 37, hanging back in 3rd. It's a half second back to Devin West. So West might still get a podium out of this if he can get up there with Kaden Anderson in the 37. Stabnow pulling away from Tyler King a little bit here. But Bridesman, lap traffic. Wesley, can West Jr. maybe make the lap traffic work to his advantage?
Back straightaway. Here they come. The best battle is for at least 5th and 6th. That's Stab Now and King. On what, under 25 laps to go for sure. I wish that our ticker, once we get like 20 laps to go, would show actually 20 laps to go instead of the 112 to 134. Yeah. It's one of the other great things I wish that Charles could work on for LSR TV, the ticker. What do you think? What do you think, Greg? You think I look good? 20 to go, a countdown? Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. There you go, Charles. Get to work. It's already in the works. There you go. Got some new overlay. Is it the word overlays? Is that what they call them? Overlay. Got some new overlays coming soon from your home of sim racing, LSR TV. that was for you, Ed Kathy. Chewbacca one more time. Back straight away. Here, coming up on 20 to go.
New leader, Dan West Jr. in the 55.
Wow.
Bridesman getting really loose.
Whoa, look at Bridesman.
Yeah, he got really loose off turn number 4 there. Trying to pull away. Dan West Jr. in the 55. Trying to get back to his winning ways. Has not won since Auto Club on June 11th.
Back straight away. Look, Bridesman fighting that Toyota truck virtually left and right, wiggling and giggling. Down the back straightaway into number 3. And look at the Waltz Beard Co. entry 24. The battle of 24 and 44. Outside, Stab Now, inside, King, too close to call at the line. Give King 5th back in turn 1. We're under 20 laps to go here in Vegas.
Just barely. King trying to get the move inside of Stab Now. They're closing in on Anderson as well. Devin West has gotten around Kaden Anderson for that 3rd and final podium spot. Dan begins to check out, but we got good battles going on back here. Still side by side between King and Stab Now.
Back straightaway, Stab Now still battling along King. This best battle on the racetrack, to be honest with you. Everybody else is single file. The interval is almost 2 seconds to Bridesman, to Dan West Jr. He took the lead and he checked out, trying to be the all-time winner this season of the Northwest iRacing Truck Series presented by Waltz Beard Co. Here this evening on LSR TV. He is tied with Jeff Stab Now, the truck that's battling with the 44 of King and 20 on the year. Could it be number 6? And there is the if you want to be cartoon, the interval from the leader to 5th, as the leader is the 55. He is on the back straightaway. Now you have that battle of 24 and 44 exiting turn 2.
Great.
That's the battle on the racetrack.
King falling in behind Stab Now to try to size him up again, let the tires cool off, and give it another shot. Closing stages here at Las Vegas. Dan West Jr. is checking out, Wesley. It's 2.5 seconds now over Sean Bridesman in at number 46. So Dan West Jr. on cruise control right now. He's just out cruising the strip right now in that 55.
Also, because of so far back Stab Now is, put that 55 in the points hunt for a championship lead as well.
Three seconds now, the gap. And not only is the gap growing between Bridesman and West Jr., it's closing between Bridesman and West. It is really closing, Wesley. Something has gone wrong with the 46 truck, because Devin West is knocking on the back of the 46. We said 1-2, Jeff's coming for you. We said 1-2, Jeff's coming for you. We need to come up with one for Devin West as well, because here he comes.
1-2, Jeff's coming for you. 3-4, he's gonna hit your door.
No, I got one.
5-6, get your tires fixed.
I got one better. 3-4, 24 on the door.
Okay, there you go. Ah, there you go. Okay, yeah. I can't compete with that. Got me, Greg. You can make a verse better than me. Good job.
Tyler King in the 44 on the door to the inside of Jeff Stab now. He's going to take back the 5th spot for the time being. Lap traffic up here as well. Dana Rogers, the 07, as Kaden Anderson gets around him. Anderson going to work on Bridesman. That will be for the 3rd position in the final
15 to go. Podium. 15 to go. 3 wide. Look out. Oh, Dana Rogers, get the heck out of the way.
King able to get the spot from Stab now for the time being.
Wow.
Size it up again.
I cringed there for a second, and I'm just calling the race. Wow.
I think Dana Rogers.
Oh, can we see the replay of this? Holy cow. See the replay of this. I thought there was going to be a caution. The way these guys battled 3 wide alongside Rogers. There's Anderson. He's in 4th. Look at this. Holy cow. Look at this, Greg Rentz. Okay, a little too far, producer. 3, 4, 24's at your door. 5, 6. Get your tires fixed. 7, 8.
Look out.
Look out. 9, 10. We're 3 wide again. Look out. Oh, wow. He hooked the left front on the right rear of the 24, and he saved it. What a good piece of driving there, Greg. We're coming up on 10 to go, by the way, next time around.
We have an unreal battle for 3rd position going on right now. Wesley King, Bridesman, Stab now, Anderson. Are we going to go 3 wide for the 3rd spot off turn 4 or turn 2?
No,
King,
not yet.
Now.
He thought about it. They're door to door like Noah leading the animals to the ark, as my colleague and friend Dustin Jarrett says. And now they'll fan back single.
King got
foul. Off a door. Open hand from Barney, the iRacing flagman. 10 to go.
Tyler King,
open hands.
3rd spot right now. Stab now knocking on the door of his teammate Bridesman. Bridesman has damage in the 46 from hitting the wall earlier, perhaps. As now Stab now, and Anderson going to work on the 46.
Ten laps to go, under 10 remaining. To the line, 9 laps to go here at Vegas. Look at Stab now, clear Anderson and Bridesman 2 for 1. He'll move to 4th. Caution, 3 wide. Will they hold it together?
No
Anderson's been in a predicament like this before. And Bridesman's in the wall. Oh, Stab now gets turned. They hold it together. No, Stab now goes spinning. Anderson goes spinning. Bottom of the apron.
Oh, man.
Caution is out. 3 wide. It did not work this time. And it is about to be a shootout here in Vegas.
Wow. Twice we go 3 wide in that exact same spot, and both times it leads to a caution. Unbelievable, Wesley.
Wow. Everybody, I believe, will come down to pit road for the money stop on this exchange. Greg, what do you think, buddy? Place your bets. You think we're going to see another? Here they come. They're not wasting no time. This is it right here. 5 to go.
Sean Bryson's taking 2 tires. I'm going to call it right now. The Gambler. The Gambler is in Las Vegas.
And the winner at Vegas last time we were here to open up the season. Watch that 46. Matter of fact, cameraman, keep your eye on the 46 truck of Sean Bridesman. Let's see if he does the gamble.
Fast repair, 2 tires. Let's go.
I say 4 too. I really do. 4. We don't want to see campers. We want to see trucks. Here we go. Here we go.
Tire going up on Bridesman. Right side's up.
Greg.
He's going 4.
He's going for all 4. No, he went
not.
for 2.
No, he's not. He's going for it. Sean Bridesman.
He went for 2. You know the question I asked him on Monday? I said, hey, why did you go for 2 tires instead of 4? And he's like, Wesley, We're in Vegas. What do you do in Vegas? You gamble. Let's see what he's got to say tonight.
Oh boy. Took the fast repair and 2 right side tires.
So Sean is joining us on the LSR TV communication. You told me on Monday when I was working pit road for the Cup race, you gamble on Vegas. You took 2 tires. You take 2 tires tonight for the trucks. Why?
I wasn't going to win the race, so I got to gamble.
So do you feel like you might have an advantage by doing 2 tires instead of 4?
I think so, because I control the restart, so I have that. There's a chance for a wreck in turn 1, especially with everybody that pit trying to get position and all that. So I think so. We'll see. Obviously, it's a lot of laps on those left side tires, so we'll see if I can hold these guys off.
Do you think there's going to be a caution here? Do you think we're going to get an overtime?
I think there will be, and it may include myself.
Okay. All right. Wreckers or checkers? Sean Bridesman, 2 tires stop for the driver of the 46 there, Greg. Wow.
Unreal, Wesley. Are you ready? Because this entire complexion of this race just got turned on its lid.
Ladies and gentlemen, business has just picked up, in the words of Jim Ross. Sean Bridesman, and he almost spun exiting off the pit lane. I don't know if you caught that either, Greg.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a slide.
And by the way, we are still, like, what, 7 laps to go? 128 of 134 laps. We still have the opportunity to finish this race on the original start distance. But he feels we're going to have a wreck. He feels like we're going to have crashes.
I don't know. We'll see.
Dan West Jr. sits in the number 2 position. We'll go to our in-car communication with the driver looking for his 6th win. Second in the points is Dan West Jr. Dan, what's it going to take to get around Bridesman? He won the opening race at Vegas. I know he's a teammate, but you're looking to be the all-time winner of the series at 6 wins if you get this done tonight.
I don't think he's going to have a whole lot since he only took 2, but the biggest thing is I just got to get a good start.
Yeah, he did say that he feels like he's going to be a sitting duck, but he said y'all are going to have to fight to get around him.
Oh, I'll move him if I have to, but it's a 5 truck in the 41 truck, or the Tyler King truck behind me that I'm concerned about.
Yeah? Why is that? Why are you worried about your son?
Because he's fast on a short run.
Oh, there you go. All right. We'll go give it all you got there, Dan West Jr. He's looking for that 6th all-time win on the series here tonight at Vegas. He currently is in the 2nd position.
Takes sole possession of 1st as far as leading the series in wins this year.
And let's be honest, he might be able to take possession of the points lead because Stabnow is all the way in 14th.
Yeah, Stabnow was caught up in that too, so.
Let's grab Stabnow.
See what happens here. Wesley's going to dial up Jeff Stabnow.
Jeff Stabnow, Wesley Outland, LSR TV Communications. What is going on with your truck, Jason?
Well, you mean Jeff, but yeah, we got turned there, so you know, go back, look at the replay. Sean tells me we were 3 wide, but I didn't get a 3 wide call. All I know is I got turned into the wall there, so now it's garbage.
Well, I promise you, you were 3 wide. Y'all were 3 wide, and there was definitely a lot of contact made.
Yeah, so in the wall I went, and now it's garbage, and we're just trying to get repaired what we can.
Now, the reason why I called you Jason is from a faraway view, your truck with the skull looks like Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th.
Well, there we go.
That's why I kind of thought it was. So, go get him. Salvage something here. That's Jeff Stabnow.
If we got what we got.
Jeff Stabnow, a little dejected, but he can still laugh as we are set for a 5-lap finish here at Vegas. Katie bar the door, put the women and children to bed. This is what you call an overhaul here in Vegas off of turn number 4, Greg. This should be fun. Pace car is about to come in. Business is about to pick up. Who will it be?
Bridesman, the 46, leading them down. He's on 2 tires. Here we go. Green flag is out. Devin West to the inside of his father. Tyler King right up there as well. Kaden Anderson has damage on the 37, so he's just going to try to get as much as he possibly can out of that truck for these last few laps. Look at Dan Lauder, the 63, giving Paulson a push on the outside around Anderson. Bridesman leading the way. Tyler King giving assistance to Devin West.
Oh, look out! Woo! Saved it. Bridesman will inside. Tyler King and Paulson make contact. They crash again in the infield. Look out! More trucks colliding. More trucks crashing front straightaway. Are you kidding me?
He was right. Bridesman said it was probably going to be a caution, and it was probably going to be him.
Tyler King, Bridesman, and more involved in a big crash here with 3 laps to go at Las Vegas. Let's see the replay. Wow, look at the replay.
Unreal.
That was Paulson in 58. I think Tidrick got collected. Tyler King obviously involved. Let's see this again. Woo! Sean Bridesman and Tyler King having a little meeting of the minds there on the back straightaway.
Ooh.
Wow.
Not happy with each other.
Let's see this again on the replay. Can we get a camera view? Can we get a camera view from turn 4 from the grandstand view, if we could? Look at this. This was Bridesman on the back door of Tyler King after the wreck.
Came up and gave him a shot.
And then they both stopped. Let's see if we can show the big wreck from turn 4 from the grandstand view. Look at this again. Look at the contact. That's Paulson. Paulson into King, and Bridesman spins, tags another truck going flying through into the wall in turn number 4 on the front stretch. And wow. Who is the truck that got hit? I know Paulson. Okay, this might tell the story right here, Greg. Bridesman sideways, lost it on his own. No contact from the West family. Tyler King got tagged and got into Paulson. He came back down and hit Bridesman. And then Tyler King hit somebody else. I'm not sure who that was. The black car, the black truck.
Chris White, I believe. Because I saw Chris White been in there.
Final time from the blimp view. Four tires are better than 2. At least in this scenario it was. Paulson, and then Chris White got collected. That's what happened. And then you see the guy veer to the outside lane and miss White's truck when he spun up the racetrack. What a piece of driving there.
Yeah,
but as I said, 2 tires are better than 4 on some occasions. Not this gamble at Vegas. It cost Sean Bridesman.
And we will reset once again. Dan West Jr., the 55. Look at Dan Lauder up in the 2nd spot.
I love it. I love it.
His first race in a Ford, and here he is with a shot to steal one. So the 44 of Tyler King blew the motor. 46 of Bridesman was just trying to give him a little bit of a help back to pit road is the report that we just got. So Tyler King done for the day, as that's a automatic half-hour of repairs, and you don't have enough time for a half-hour repairs when you're getting set for a green white checker here, Wesley.
Tyler King, a disappointing day for you in truck number 44. What's your take of what happened? Yeah, we're trying to connect to Tyler King. Tyler, are you there? Do you got a copy? Okay.
Sounds like the batteries may have died in the radio as well when the motor blew.
Yeah, it sounds like Tyler's not available now. I was trying to grab him here real quick.
All right, so they're stacking them up, ready for a restart. This will be a green, white, checkered
Yes,
finish.
sir, it will.
First of 2 attempts, Wesley.
The lights are still on the pace car.
West Jr. in the lead. Dan Lowther looking for a career best finish. No top 5, 6 top 10s.
And speaking of Dan Lowther, let's get a word with Dan Lowther. The Monster Energy new entry. He's in a Ford now. Dan, what a run for you. You're in P2. You could win this thing.
Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking starting up here on the front row for this restart, but I just kept checking up when that crash started to happen and kind of leaned it to the high side and made it through clean. So.
Are you happy with this new change from running a Chevrolet to now a Ford?
Yeah, I actually really am. I like to change over to the Ford. It just fits me a little bit better, I think, on my driving style, how these Fords drive compared to the Chevys. So, so far, I'm enjoying it.
And it sounds like you're listening to the broadcast as well.
Yeah.
He is ready to go. Go ahead, Dan. What were we going to say?
Yeah, that's how we keep up on what's going on the racetrack during the race.
Oh, in about a 30-second delay, right?
Yep.
There's Dan Lowther. Give it all you got tonight. Just like the song by George Strait, he's going to do the same thing here tonight for the trucks. He sits in that number 2 position. Tonight could be the night for Dan Lowther. And to be honest with you, just as much love as I got for Carl Burke, I'd love to see him win the race here too as well, Greg.
Carl Burke in the 53 out of the race, so he's going for Dan Lowther in the 63. It would be unreal for Lowther to get a win here.
No, I didn't say that because every time I pick people, they crash and they wreck and it's the announcer's jinx. I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth. All that I said was that I'd like to see him win.
I think we're setting up for the restart here, Wesley. Green, white, checkered on deck. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2, and we will have ourselves a wild one. Look at Kevin Smith up there in the 5th position. BJ Tidrick in 6th. Stephen O'Hare, the pole sitter, back up in 7th. He might not be done yet if something else goes wrong here on this first attempt.
Well, Sean said he had a feeling that this was going to be a overtime. And we are now working lap 138. Greg, I know it's your bedtime, my friend. Gotta get you to bed, but don't leave just yet.
Oh no, I wouldn't miss the end of this.
Oh yeah, there you go. Put you in late 5 minutes to work tomorrow. Be like, hey, I called a race. It was trucks. They crashed. It was good.
That's the thing is, you come in and you're like, what were you doing? I was watching racing. Oh, well, that's not an excuse. I was announcing racing. That works.
There you go.
We'll see what happens.
We're glad you've enjoyed it. We're glad you're along for the ride on LSR TV, at LSR TV, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, YouTube as well. Thank you to all of our subscribers at almost 8,000 plus. Ready for overtime number 1. Remember, the leader takes the white. Race is official. They crash again. Overtime, 2nd attempt. Green here at Vegas, and Dan West Jr. on a quest to be the all-time winner of the season, and 6 goes to 1.
He goes into 1, but his son Devin is right there. We know the 5 has a lot of speed, and Dan said when we talked to him earlier, he was worried about that 5 car. See it come down. The father and son for the win here. They go down the backstretch.
Trouble!
Goes O'Hare, caution.
Trouble! Stephen O'Hare goes around. Overtime number 2 coming up here in Vegas.
This is going to be it, Wesley. This is the 2nd attempt at a green-white checkered, so it's going to come down to this next restart.
There will be a 2nd and final attempt at a green-white checker. As what truck was it that got into? Was that the number 9 of Walters?
It may have been.
No, it was James Vining. The cat attacked him on the back straightaway.
The cat going after another one.
Going after Stephen O'Hare. Stephen O'Hare dropping down to the bottom of the apron. His truck involved now for the 2nd time in a caution. Overtime number 2. Now, in this instance, if the white flag falls, or if they wreck again before the white flag, the race is official.
So what will happen on this one, Wesley? It's going to be a West family 1-2 here. And boy, I tell you, Devin West was looking very, very strong in that number 5, trying to reel in his father there at the end.
Hey, Greg, look at Kevin Smith. Look at the run he's got. He's in 4th right now in the 00.
That's great for him. That is huge for him, especially after what happened with him on Monday, Wesley.
For sure. This race coming down to the wire. James Vining, Wesley, LSR TV Communications. What happened with you in contact on Stephen O'Hare in 41?
All I know is he came up on me, and then once he bumped into me, it just sucked me right back down into him. So I don't know how much damage I got. I can't tell. I was going to ask somebody. Actually,
I got you. What's up with the recent changes of wrap jobs on your truck, if you will, and your car?
Oh, well, I did a couple for the 4th of July, and then this is back to my cat truck.
The kitty cat, yes. I see the cat. The cat faces that. You know, Grumpy Cat was very famous in the world. I think we could make your cat famous for iRacing. What do you think?
Hey, worth a try.
There you go. James Vining ready to go. The cat is stowed away. He's okay after that incident just a moment ago on the racetrack. So he will continue here to race to the finish. Part of Da Vinci Racing. Kevin Smith in Truck Communications. We're going to grab Kevin Smith in the Jegs 00. Kevin, man, you probably are about to get the best finish of your career so far in the series. What's your take of it?
Well, my take is I got to keep this thing together for another couple laps, but pretty pleased with the run so far, and yeah, just going to try to protect my spot and come home with a good finish.
Is this typical Vegas? You know, everything's clean and green for a while, then all chaos and hell at the finish?
Well, it can be, and you know, obviously as soon as you get one caution, they breed other cautions. So, yeah, I mean, the long run, the truck was pretty good on the long run, so I was just trying to keep it together and have good pace, and then, you know, hope for something like this at the end where you kind of mix it up.
So try to paint a picture for me. What's the scenario coming for this final restart to get around Lowther in the West family to get this win for you?
I'm going to hang it high 3 wide like Kyle Busch. We're going to go 3 wide.
If you go to the outside, you can hold it. One of the great quotes from Days of Thunder, and that's exactly what I believe that Mr. Kevin Smith is going to do. There you go. That's the thoughts of Kevin Smith. Wow, this is going to be good here. This is going to be good. We'll let Kevin get back to work.
Here we go. For all the marbles here, who is taking home the jackpot?
This is it. This race, by the way, is going to most 10 laps over its scheduled distance. The race was supposed to be 134 laps. It's probably going to finish 9 laps over the distance of 143. This is the final caution. I want to emphasize on that. This is the final caution, meaning if they race back, they take the white, they wreck, race is official. If they wreck on the restart before they take the checker, the race is official. Hopefully, Greg, they can race to the checkered flag.
That is definitely what we want to see up here in the tower, Wesley. Kevin Smith can cycle in 4th. He'll restart behind Devin. How about BJ Tidrick in the 72? He's back up in the top 5 again.
Yeah.
Another great run for him. Can he capitalize?
While we're still under caution, let's grab Tidrick and get his thoughts here, as Tidrick is currently now in our LSR TV Communications. Tidrick, you're in the top 5. What's it going to take to get around these guys to get an upset win here at Vegas?
I'm gonna need someone to drop their mud up in front of me, make a mistake, and just check up the field so that I can do something. I don't think I have enough all-out speed to outrun them, especially with 2 laps to go. Kaden and Dan and I all had a great strategy earlier in the race with our tires, but it didn't pan out because too many yellows. So we'll see what happens.
Well, the lights are off on the pace car. We're ready for the restart next time around. Go get them.
Thank you, sir.
What will be, will be. That is the driver of BJ Tendrick, Darlington winner for the Cup Series. Hey, by the way, quick reminder, there will be no action next week. Boo, it's sad. LSR TV's taking a break. The Northwest Trucking Cup Series is taking a break. We will come back on Monday night, July the 20th. Monday night, July 27th. Monday night, July 27th, we will be back. And that will be at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park for a road course event. It should be fun. The Cup Series and the Truck Series at Canadian Tire, turning left and right. Should be a good race. That is up on Monday, the 27th, and the 30th on Thursday, right here on your home of sim racing, LSR TV. So for right now, we have to give you some type of an entertainment diversion that is going to make you want to tune in to that in less than 10 days. Here comes the pace car onto pit road. Overtime number 2. Place your bets, gentlemen. West family hits the gas. Dan West Jr. in the restart zone. Gone. Lowther getting around Anderson. Getting around Smith in turn 1 with 2 to go.
Anderson trying to just get anything he can with that damaged race truck. But up front, Dan West Jr. trying to pull away and make it stick here for another lap and a half. Devin trying to close in. And he's going to have one final shot at him in that number 5 to try to get a run through turn 3 and 4. They're coming to the white flag in hand. It's going to be displayed over Dan West Jr., but Devin is closing. Here we go, white flag, Wesley.
Final time around, they will take the white flag. One more lap to go. Father, son, Father Dan West looking for 6 wins now. He's tied at 5 with Stabnow. Stabnow in a late race caution, falling all the way back to 10th. Back straight away, Devin West. He said his truck was better on the shorter runs. Looking on Dad to the inside, door to door. Here they come at a turn number 3. Father, son to the line. Will he get him? Will he get him? They make contact. Oh. No, he won't. Dan West Jr. win number 6 here at Vegas in his career for the Northwestern Truck Series.
Unbelievable. Drag race to the line between father and son, and Daddy got him today. Damn.
61 1/1000ths of a second. Lowther with the best finish of his career, and the 63 will go 3rd. Tendrick and Smith the top 5. Wow.
Another top 5 for Tendrick, but Dan West Jr. takes sole possession of the most wins on the season here in the Northwest Truck Series with 6 on the year now for the 55. Been a while. It's been over a month since Dan West Jr. got to burn it down in the Truck Series. He's going to get to do it right now, and he is going to light him up.
Dan West Jr., his last victory, as my colleague Greg Rentz just reiterated on. Wow. It was back on June 11th, exactly almost over a month and a week, when he won at Auto Club Speedway. He now adds Rockingham, Atlanta, Charlotte Roval, Richmond, and Auto Club, and now he is the 6-time winner this season over Jeff Stabnow in the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series. And it is a demolition derby. Father, son, look at Stabnow flying through the air.
Home run.
Going out with a blaze of glory. Can you say 4? Let's take a look at your official results here tonight as Bridesman gets in a piece of Dan West Jr. and more. Anderson and Lowther. The demolition derby continues. Father and son trying to go for licks and bumps and bangs here. All right, here's the results as we have Kevin Smith now flying through the infield grass. Thank goodness they are only playing and it's not real. Dan West Jr., your winner. 59 thousandths of a second over Devin West. Dan Lowther third, Tidrick and Smith the top 5, and what a good run for some drivers, honestly, here at Vegas, Greg, that normally struggle at other racetracks that got decent finishes tonight.
Yeah, great job for some of these guys. You went through the top 5. BJ Tidrick, Kevin Smith, great top 5 finishes for them. Corey Walters in 6th, another one. A great finish for him in the number 9. James Vining in 7th. Chris White 8th. Jeff Stabnow able to claw his way back in for the 9th position. Kaden Anderson falls to 10th after damage late in the race.
We're going to part ways here now. Greg Rentz will, and I'll grab interviews with our top 3 in just a moment. But, Greg, what's your final thoughts of this race here tonight in Vegas?
Unbelievable race here, Wesley. It was so much fun to watch. A race of comers and goers. There was really no clue who was going to win until they crossed the line for the checker flag, because it was a drag race between Dan and Devin, and it was unbelievable watching them come down 5/100ths of a second. The margin, it was great to watch. I'm excited for the next time the series is here, so I say we come back here again here later on in the year.
Vegas put on an awesome race for sure. Let's let you go, Greg. Thank you, buddy, for all that you do. We will see you in a couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, July 27th is when we'll meet again. I'll be on pit road. You'll be with Justin in the booth at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and as Cody says in blasphemy, we're going to be turning left and right.
Yep, it is going to be fun. 2 weeks from Monday is when we're back in the booth, so make sure you guys tune in here on LSR TV.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will kick off the Clan War Servers post-race wrap-up. What a wild one in Vegas. The West family, 1-2. Father beats son, his 6th win. Now the all-time winner in 2020 for the Northwestern iRacing Truck Series. We'll be back to talk to our top 3 in just a moment. This is TV, your home of sim racing. Back here at Vegas, ready for the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. Clan Wars Servers is the official communications partner of LSR TV. If you'd like to be a part of a broadcast, go to livesimracing.com and place your order for a broadcast event done here by LSR TV today. Let's take a look one more time before we grab our top 3 finishers of the last lap of the race. Father and son battling here in this final lap on the final opportunity for a restart. And look at these drivers coming down to the line. Father and son, there you see the back door of the machine of Dan West Jr. Remember, he kept saying several times his son Devin had a faster truck on the short runs. His truck was better on the long run. As they came to the line, the white flag was in the air, and Dan West Jr. had about a 3-truck breakaway on son Devin. But Devin would not be denied. He would quickly, like reeling in bait on a hook, start to close in on Daddy West. To the inside came Devin. down the back straightaway, almost a car length. They could have banged fenders, but they kept respect to one another. Father and son, door to door, diving into turn number 3. West one more time, going to the point, exiting 4, and Dan West Jr. with the advantage on the outside lane to beat son Devin as he went below the apron, and Dan Lowther taking 3rd. That's a look at the LSR TV race finish. And we're now ready to talk to our top 3 finishers as Dan West Jr. gets his 6th win on the iRacing Northwest Truck Series season. Dan, how does it feel to race with your son for the victory and now have more wins than Jeff Stabnow?
It feels good. It was awesome to have Devin up there racing with me. Thought he was going to take it. I thought that last lap pass was, I thought I was done, but fortunately, we got the run off the top groove, had a little more speed up there, and was able to pull it off. But no, it felt great. I'm happy to see Devin up there. I'm happy to see Lowther up there. I know he works hard, and congratulations to him on that top 3.
Did you expect Vegas to be like this? I mean, I know that, like, we had this long green flag run for like almost 70 laps. And then by the time we get to the final 20 laps, it's green, caution, green, caution. Were you expecting that, or was you thinking this race would be a comfortable opportunity for 55 to get a 6th win? Because let's be honest, you had a very strong truck.
Yeah, I felt like we had a good set. It was a good truck, good long run truck. And so you don't really know if you're going to have the cautions. I mean, you got to kind of let the race play out a little bit, so I wasn't really sure. But I knew that I still needed to save my stuff and bank on a long run. And obviously we got that in the beginning of the race, right? And things were looking pretty good. And then I was kind of thinking that's the way it was going to play out. I thought we were just going to have that one yellow, and then we were just going to go green the rest of the way. And I kind of strategized that in that direction on my pits, on my pit stops. And but it didn't. It'd come down to these green, white checkers. But fortunately, I was in a position that it helped me, I believe.
With your son behind you, does that make this race win virtually more special?
Oh, of course. It goes without saying. I mean, it's pretty awesome to have him in here. And like I always say, it's awesome that we have such a great group of guys. I mean, they're so respectful. As you watch the race, there was how many trucks up there that was capable of winning this race, and it makes it that much more fun. So it is awesome that they've welcomed Devin into this group also, and it's been a lot of fun.
He is now the 6th winner of the season. He also got off a slump since June 11th to pick up the win since Auto Club, and now he'll possibly leave here with the points lead when we return to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park on June the 30th. That's the 55 of Dan West Jr. 2nd place to number 5, Devin West. Devin, your take on helping push your father to win, but also you were trying to go for the victory too.
I want to say I was trying to push him to the win. I think he had it pretty locked up until his final few cautions. I honestly thought so on the outside that I wouldn't get enough jump on the restart there. Thought he was gone, but fortunately in that last lap got a pretty good run, and then he pulled me up there. So it was close. Hoping I could finally break through for that 2nd win since Homestead, but that'll come soon enough.
Well, one of the things he did tell me was that your truck was better on the short runs. Did you set your truck up to be that way, or was it just the handling?
Yeah, just before this race, I took the setup and I tightened it up a little bit. That way I just felt like we were a little bit free. I was hoping that by tightening it up, I could have a short run truck, and if need be, I could loosen it up in another race. So I definitely felt like I had the truck to win on that last restart. I just didn't know if I was in the right spot, but it all worked out.
What would you have to do differently to get that first Truck Series win on the series? Because I know you're looking for it.
Yeah, I got that one Homestead, fortunately. So that was my first win in the playoffs, but I did my 2nd one here. I thought I had it here, and I thought I had it last week. So I think just keep doing what I'm doing. I have speed, I have the right truck, the right team around me, so just keep doing what I'm doing, and it'll come soon enough.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Devin West is 9th in the standings, but he does have a Truck Series win that came in the 2nd race of the year at Homestead Miami Speedway. That was before my time. My apologies on that. He did win back on April the 2nd. So it has been a while. You're on kind of a slump.
Yeah, it's been a weird slump because I've been fast. I feel like I get top 2, top 3 every single week. Just something happens or just don't quite have the truck to win. But so I don't know, we're having fun, and the season's going well. Get to the playoffs and try to win a bunch there.
That's right. He'll settle for second here tonight behind his father. That's the number 5 of Devin West, Team LSR TV 1 and 2. And we're going to talk now to Dan Lowther. Man, he changed make and model trucks. He goes from a Chevrolet Silverado to a Ford F-150. Changes the sponsor wrap job to Monster Energy. And man, it must have worked, Dan Lowther. You get a top 3 podium out of the deal. This has got to be like a win for you here tonight.
Yeah, for sure it is. You know, I mean, this is my first season running with these trucks, and I came in kind of late, and the Ford actually, I think, was a good change for me, and it was just a really good race. Congratulations to Dan West on the win.
Best finish of your career so far for this truck series in the Northwest iRacing Trucks presented by Waltz Beard Co. Before tonight was a 6th place finish at Darlington back in June. And you kind of had improvements, a 9th, a 7th from there at Dover and Indianapolis. And then you got yourself an 11th last week at Kansas. But things have been on the up and up for Truck 63. What have y'all done to get things turned around?
You know, I've just been spending a lot more time practicing, and then BJ Tidrick and Daryl and Bart and some of those guys have kind of been giving me tips and help on how to, you know, better race on the simulator and stuff, and that's really improved my driving. And then tonight, actually following BJ for a lot of laps helped improve my driving even just tonight in the race.
A good run for you for sure, bud. Definitely rooting for you, and definitely we'll see you for the road course coming up. Dan Lowther, again, a 3rd place run in truck number 63. Got anybody you want to thank?
Just the group that I talk with on here and stuff for giving me the help tonight and everything else, and LSR TV for putting it on.
Dan Lowther, best finish of his Northwest iRacing Truck Series career so far, a 3rd place here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Well, that's going to wrap up coverage here this week. We will again take a whole solid week off next week. No racing for the Cup Series or the trucks will return on July 27th with coverage of the Cup Series. The Northwest iRacing Cup Series will be at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park for a 100-mile event, and then a 55-mile event, 55-lap event, excuse me, that'll be on Thursday, July 30th. So the next events are July 27th and July 30th for the Northwest iRacing Cup Series and Truck Series. Thank you again to Waltz Beard Co., and we hope you've enjoyed also the Clan War Servers post-race wrap-up, the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. For Greg Rentz, I'm Wesley Outland. God bless you all from Las Vegas virtually. What a great race as Dan West Jr. holds off Sun and gets his 6th win as the all-time winner in 2020 now of the Truck Series for the Northwest. For everybody at LSR TV, for Charles Wooten, God bless you all. For Greg Wentz, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, and keep on praying for America.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.